Hello. Right now, be wondering, yes you are wondering, does this guy that I'm looking at right now wear socks? Who gives? I've been talking a bit about, in the last 3 videos I made, 3 videos, who counts? You know, I've been looking for some cool handheld, easy to use rigs for video for my mirrorless camera, which is called Fujifilm X-T2. With the great help of my dear friend, Mr. Ip Thunder Valley, I came to actually build one, which is more or less really classic rig. It is quite classic, and you might have seen stuff like this before. And here it is. This is made of Genus parts. Genus, I'll put a link down below. And it's very much a classic rig that looks like most rigs you'd ever seen. Of course, this is made for both a video tripod and handheld. The matte box is to keep light haze away from the lens. You know, when you get all these light streaks from right and left, you get a sort of hazy look. Using a matte box gives better definition, more contrast, so you don't have to get some digital contrast but get definition instead. I hope I explained that in a way that makes sense. The French flag on top makes a great job if you have the sun in from an angle in front, and you can adjust it, of course, so you don't get any unwanted light into the lens. On the side is a very manual follow focus, and here's a lens gear. This lens gear is a cheap aperture lens gear, and it doesn't make much sense because it isn't seamless. It has a big stub on the middle, and I'm looking into finding some seamless lens gears instead of this. I should get some in the mail today, I hope. But the rig is not set up as the manual says. I actually turned it 180 degrees because it seemed more stable this way. Or did I? No, I actually did as the manual described. Sorry. You have to more or less make it work for you. It's very much a Lego project to make it sit just right. In the back I put this Red Rock Micro, I'm farsighted, I can't see shit, thing I had laying around just to see if I could fit an external recorder right here. But then I found that it had another use, which is kind of weird. But now I'll tell you what it is. I'll have to show you. I'm left-eyed, so I have to put my eye all across. And this fits my chin. It's very weird, but actually I can put my chin down. And when I hold the follow focus and the handle and put my chin down and my eye to the EVF and this on my shoulder, I have like 5 stabilizing points. And it makes it super stable, and it's really comfortable because I have a beard. I'm not gonna take it off because it's quite comfortable. And it seems completely weird, but hey, whatever works. And you might think this is quite heavy and it gets a bit big. Try telling that to one of the old broadcast guys with the huge Sony cameras or Panasonic cameras or whatever they use. They'll laugh at you. And you know why they're big, because the cameras are super heavy. This weighs with everything, as it's set up right here, around 3.5 kilos. I don't know, maybe, what's that, 7 pounds? And if you think that is heavy, you need to work out. You need to grow stronger because, yeah, if you want stability, handheld, and documentary style where you can move fast and get fast shots and move around really freely, I think this is the ultimate setup for me. I've been showing other different kinds of setups, and I've tried the wont MD2, and it makes a lot of sense for different things. This one makes a lot of sense for a lot of things. Walking is not the best thing. It won't stabilize walking but for anything else, put it on a tripod and you can use it as it is. You don't have to take it off, and then you can unmount it and run around with it, and it makes a lot of sense. So this will be my video setup for now, and I just have to get a seamless lens gear because this is a drive-by-wire focus. It's the 16-55. It doesn't have an end point, so whenever you turn on the camera, sometimes you have to turn it off and turn it so you get the range you need, but it's annoying. So I'll have to find a seamless lens gear. There's one thing with the Genus which I don't like, and that is that you cannot take all these thumb screws and pull them out and twist them without tightening. You have to plan it when you set it up so the screws don't get in the way of anything. And that can be kind of a problem, but if you know how to plan it out, it isn't. And I've managed to set it up so it didn't become a problem. But you have to tighten and untighten so many times to get it exactly right. It's pretty easy to take apart. It doesn't take too long to put back together. You can take it apart and put it in a bag and it won't take up much space. It'll take you like 5-10 minutes and then you're good to go for the rest of the day. I can highly recommend a setup like this. There's so many brands out there. The follow focus makes sense because you can stabilize with the follow focus as you can focus manually. And this little chin thing makes sense. If I want to use the display instead of the EVF or an external recorder, I can lengthen this one. I can just loosen it, pull it back and be able to have it here so I can see it. And that makes a lot of sense as well. I have some longer rods if it's required, but this one is long enough. But this is it. Really like to send a thank you to Ib Tordal. He helped me out with this stuff. He's been an awesome help with finding gear, including the microphone I'm wearing right now, which is a Sennheiser wireless system, and it sits neatly on any camera. And right now I'm filming this with the Fujifilm X-Pro2, which is a surprisingly good camera for video. You can see it for yourself. The quality is great, so who complains? And that was it for me. Go build stuff. It's fun. See you later.